Welcome to Sacramento Film Works, where we bring to you all things film. I'm Craig DeLuz.
And I'm Amy Henry. We're so glad you've joined us today. This is going to be an exciting show. We've got a unique aspect of the film industry, and it's regarding the voiceover. You don't want to miss it. Hang on, we'll be right back.
Sacramento Film Works is sponsored by the Northern California Filmmakers Coalition, which provides filmmakers an opportunity to learn and network with film industry professionals from throughout the Sacramento region. Join us each Wednesday at 6 p.m. at Access Sacramento, 4623 T Street, Suite A, Sacramento, California. We'll see you at the movies.
Well, welcome back. We are really glad that you've tuned in. We've got a really special guest with us on our Spotlight section of the show, and his name is Stephen Richards. Stephen is not only a director, but also a filmmaker, as well as an editor, and he's from our local area. This is a section where we like to really talk about folks that are doing things here in our area. Stephen, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Now, you've got a really unique film industry background, but you're also doing something unique up there in the Cameron Park area.
That's right.
Why don't you tell us about what you've got going on?
Oh, we've got a film going on right now through Lost in Pictures called Destination Black Rock, and it's a full-length feature that touches base on an individual that has been surrounded throughout his entire day and life around corporate principles, conservative principles, and this film gives him a chance to let go and break away and surrendering to the elements around and accepting new things and new challenges and new gifts coming his way.
Wow, and so the movie is made through Lost in Pictures, and it's an independent film industry. How long has that been around?
Lost in Pictures has been around for October of 2012, so coming up on 2 years.
Okay, so
Yes.
It's still kind of in the infancy stage a little bit, but you're starting to grow.
Absolutely, we are growing.
Okay, so tell me, you and I had a chance to talk a little bit before now, and you've got a really unique process.
Yes.
And I don't want to give it away, so you share with our viewers what that process is. What makes you guys so unique and different from other film corporations and industries?
Well, the process that we go through, we call it an organic process. We don't set deadlines. We don't hold regular auditions. We basically put a call out to the community. If they're interested to join and be a part of our project, they come up and they get a hold of us. And what we do is we'll sit down with them, get to know them on a personal level, and figure out what they want to do. Everybody in some way is an artist, being within a film or just, drawing and artwork, but also, then again, working on cars, and even fishing is a form of artwork. And we just want to know who's out there, and we bring them in, and we just let them get their hands in the experience. And it's an organic process, is what we put it.
I like that. So the average person out there that doesn't consider themselves, an actor or even someone that's behind the scenes and they want to do camera work, but they hear about what you guys are doing, they can simply get involved in your organization and say, hey, I've got a talent for fixing cars. That's what I do for a living.
Awesome.
And you guys come in, and based on the type of projects that you have, you're able to fit them in?
Absolutely. We'll find some sort of niche. We try to get their hands in everything. Okay, if somebody fixes cars, maybe they're talented in another area, and we'll put them around, see what they like. And yeah, it's just, we go in with a film or a project, we don't set like a deadline where we have our blinders on and we're like, okay, we're going to have our deadline. We take the blinders off and we just open up and see what's around, and we see the wonderful talent that's coming out of Sacramento. And people with talent, it's a gift that they offer, and we're more than happy to accept that gift, and we're blessed to have it. And we take it in.
Since you don't have deadlines, do you just really take your time in finishing the projects then, or you're not faced with somebody saying this has got to be done by such and such time? Do you just not worry about that and it's done when it's done?
If we're working with a nonprofit and they
Okay.
put in a deadline, we will definitely put our nose to the grindstone, because that's the time to step it up, and we'll do that. But as for our personal projects, and we're always learning and growth, we will not set a deadline, and we're trying to get this film by September, of next year, 2015. And if we don't do it, we'll go next year.
So what do you do with your films once they are complete? Where do you guys go with those?
We're hoping to submit to the Sacramento Independent Film Festival.
Okay.
That's our project right now. We will work with nonprofits like Chicks in Crisis. We'll make them video for a call to action. They're trying to get volunteers, and with a film camera and a staff, by means, we'll take that up and answer that call.
So the folks that come to you, are they just volunteering their time? That's wonderful.
Yeah, this is all volunteer work.
Wow. So what's your base like now? Do you guys have, a good solid foundation of people to run your cameras and handle all of the production crew? Or are you always taking on more folks?
We're always taking on more folks. We do have a base people. We do want to see people that have passion. We definitely are looking for people who are worldly, that have that sense of, giving to the community.
Okay.
That's the attitude and the spirit that we want to come in.
Awesome. So this is really a unique form of folks being able to come in and kind of feel at ease because the audition process is so different.
Mm-hmm.
They can come comfortably, be who they are,
and they have a
you can
voice.
fit them in, and they have a voice.
And they could express themselves, absolutely.
So how do they get a hold of you when they are really interested? Let's let our viewers know, how can they get involved?
Best way to do it, to get a hold of me, is just to email me, lostinpictures.
Okay.
.ifc@gmail.com.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll make sure to have that on the screen for you. Say that again, it's Lost in Pictures?
lostinpictures.ifc@gmail.com.
Oh, okay, great. And now, do you have a Facebook as well?
We do have a Facebook. You can find us there as well.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for being
thanks for
our
having
guest.
me.
You came all the way from Cameron Park.
And I would come further.
appreciate it. You would come further. Love this. Well, welcome. And again, we really wish you the best because this is something that's unique and we're really wanting to showcase folks that are doing things that are different. And you're doing that for sure. So we wish you the best.
It's
Thanks
a blessing
again.
and a gift. Thank you very much.
All right. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. We've got more to come.
To become a part of our live studio audience and to meet and greet film industry professionals, visit our website at www.ncfc.tv. Welcome back. Have you ever been driving in your car watching a cartoon and you hear this voice and you wonder, where did that voice come from? Why do I recognize that voice?
Yes, we have. We've done it many times. My son has done that several times. And there is a whole industry about voices. And we are so excited because we've got the man who knows how to train the voice.
Most definitely. We have a gentleman who has over 40 plus years as a voiceover talent, as a casting director, as a coach, as a trainer, as a mentor. We are just so blessed to have with us today Mr. Ray Nakamoto. Ray, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
So Ray, tell us, how did you get started in the voiceover industry?
Well, let me tell you, I'm really excited to be here at this school where the show's taking place. I went to school here. Kindergarten through 5th grade. I was born 4 blocks away. And I have to tell you a little bit of my history. My parents were in the internment camp at Tule Lake during World War II. When they came out, they said, hey, we are going to blend in. We are not going to talk Japanese until all the kids are asleep. So I grew up speaking Northern Californian, which is General American. And my introduction to the studio when I was in high school, our little band recorded a 45. If you remember what 45s are, that's how old I am. And I just fell in love with the tape recorders, the speakers, the microphones, and I thought, this is for me. I went on to do, I learned how to do voice work, first by doing character voices, because I was afraid to get behind the mic. I didn't want to be rejected, and that's something a lot of people go through, personal rejection. When I got over that, I started doing voices. I became one of the top voices in the area for over 30 years, but then in 2006, I lost my commercial voice to throat cancer. That's why I'm hoarse right now. But I'm like an injured athlete who can give back, and that's what I love doing. I'm so blessed to have had 30 years of announcing, being a success. I want to teach everybody here in Sacramento, because I'm a Sacramentan, and give back. And anyone who comes in and meets me, a potential student, they aren't a threat to me anymore. I don't do voice work anymore. They are my asset. And I can help them, I can train them, I can develop them, I can even help them get jobs. So that's where I am right now.
Well, that's a good kind of a transition to the question that I'm thinking about and wondering if our viewers are thinking. Can you share with us what type of opportunities are there for people who are in voiceover?
Man, this is the time to get into voiceovers. 15 years ago, 20 years ago, during the 80s, you only had the local market. Now you have the whole nation, and in fact, the whole world. The whole world is literally your oyster right now. All these little towns across the nation, everything has gone to the website, into the internet. You can audition through Voice123, Voices.com, through my website at NakamotoProductions.com for voices that you've never dreamed of years ago. One of my voices is doing HBO, Showtime, Nintendo from his home. That's how things have changed.
Wow, because before, Ray, if I may call you Ray,
Oh, yeah.
Before, explain to us, what did folks have to go through, before the internet and before it was
Okay.
easy?
If you came to me 15 years ago, 20 years ago, your competition is just the local market. Sacramento, Modesto, Stockton. You have to have at least 2 years acting experience to get behind the mic. Some people have been doing it for 20 years, and that's your competition. Nowadays, with the internet, it's targeted to beginners and intermediates. As long as you have an average voice, you can read well, take direction, and probably the most important component is commitment, to never quit. Your chances of succeeding doing a part-time job or full-time job at home, it's increased immensely.
Wow. You brought with you one of your proteges, and you wanted to actually demonstrate kind of how someone goes about doing a voiceover. So why don't you go ahead and show us?
All right, well, this is Eliza Aleshant. She's one of my prize former students, and she has taken off. She's done 13 audiobooks. The first demo we did for her first day on Voices.com, that's one of the voice banks in the nation. Her first day, she made $1,400.
Awesome. Wow.
Results not
Yes.
typical. It happened to her. And like 3 years ago, I just called her up to see how things are going. She said, "Oh, I just did honey baked ham." And she heard her voice on her favorite show, Rachel Ray, and on Oprah. If you go to her website, you'll see that spot. Now, what Eliza does that separates her from everybody else, like from thousands of people that were around the country, she does what I call the movie trailer style. What is that? That's based on Clint Eastwood, where you had your voice supported by air.
Okay.
And on her demo, her last spot is, we took it from Cadillac CTS spot, and the line is, "When you turn your car on, does it return the favor?" So I want to show you a demonstration of how Eliza would do it in her what's called a head voice or chest voice that has no air support, and then she's going to do it with the air support. Okay?
When you turn your car on, does it return the favor? When you turn your car on, does it return the favor?
My God, I mean, that's night and day.
Wow.
And that's what I teach through my association with Don Morrow, who was Don LaFontaine's mentor. I use the Don Morrow methodology for teaching movie trailers. And what people don't know, when you say movie trailers, you think, especially when I talk to women about this, I'll teach you the movie trailer style. They'll say, that's for men. No, this style can transcend to every genre of voiceover, and Eliza is living proof of this. And if you watch the movie Maleficent with Angelina Jolie, she's doing that delivery. Charlize Theron in Snow White and the Huntsman, she's doing that delivery. And then all the guys are doing it. Jack Bauer, Kiefer Sutherland, Batman, Christian Bale. When he's Batman, he does that delivery. And it's all moved to network television. You don't hear movie trailers in movies anymore. But anyway, man, Aliza is tops in town. And she's gone national.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I thank Ray for that. Really, I had trained a little bit in San Francisco and did not have success, and found that Sacramento is the place for people to really get into the market, because in Sacramento, similar to the River Cats, you're able to build your skill set here at a much more, when you take classes in a smaller market like Sacramento, you're able to have classes with top-notch teachers at a much lower rate than you would in LA or San Francisco. So I took classes in San Francisco and was not able to get my demo produced, and then I met Ray, and he's really helped me take my career to the next level. So
Wow, that is fantastic.
it's been great.
Well, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Amy's going to be with our audience members, and we're going to take some questions for Ray and Aliza, and see what more information he has to share with us. So we'll be right back. Sacramento Film Works is done in partnership with Access Sacramento. It airs on the first Saturday of each month on Comcast Channel 17 and AT&T Uverse Channel 99.
And welcome back. We are in our studio, and we've got some wonderful questions for Ray Nakamoto. If you've just joined us, we are talking about the art of voiceover, and this has been a very, very interesting topic today, and we've got some real good questions. So we're going to start. If you would stand and share with us your question. Your name?
I'm Randy Taylor.
And Randy, your question.
Mr. Nakamoto, it's obvious that there's training that's available in Sacramento. We don't have to live in New York or Los Angeles, but what can you do to help, say, a new voice actor get work? How do you go about that?
I have my website, nakamotoproductions.com. I actually solicit ad agencies and try to get our people work. Plus, we have an important thing called learn how to audition. When you're starting off, you're going to get your jobs through auditioning. And when you get repeat business after you win auditions, that's when things start flowing. So we teach you audition strategies and how to direct yourself from home, because that's where your auditions are going to take place.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And our next question.
Hi,
Your name?
I'm Terry Talaferro, and I just wanted to ask you, I know you touched on this a little bit earlier, but how easy or difficult is it to get into the voice industry? Do you need an agent? Is that something that's necessary?
And this is something for Aliza, because you really don't need an agent. We're in Sacramento, it's non-union. You want to?
No, you don't need an agent. In fact, we're a non-union town, so it's really easy to find work, not just through Ray, but also with the websites. Most of the work is for non-union talent, and you wouldn't have an agent that way. So,
Oh, that's really good to know.
yeah.
Most people, I think, probably think that you do have to have an agent to get that kind of work, but
Yeah.
that's good to know. Okay, and our next question, your name?
Hi, I'm Rhonda Ellingsworth, and my question is, how competitive is the voiceover business?
Right now, it is really competitive because equipment prices have plummeted. Like 20 years ago, if you were going to put up a home studio, it would cost you $2,000. Now you can have a home audition studio for less than $200. Wow. So that opens the door to everybody. So what we do is we teach strategies on how to eliminate those thousands of people who are doing it by finding your money voice or signature voice. In Aliza's case, it's her movie trailer style plus the warmth and close micness. And that separates all these people, puts you up on a different level, and you find your narrow niche or niche. So you don't have to audition against 1,000 people. You're auditioning against like 50 people across the nation.
Oh, okay, thank you.
That's really good to know. And we've got another question here. Sir, and your name?
My name is Mark Gonzalez, and Ray, thanks for being here. I'm very excited to talk to you. I am a newbie VOer, and I was wondering, actually piggybacking on that question, what specific type of equipment or mic shall I purchase if I'm just starting out?
Okay, what we specialize is in complete support systems for how to do this from your home. So my chief engineer studio advisor, Brett Russell, can tell you what mics to get, what kind of acoustics. All you need is a USB mic. You can download Audacity for free and then record. If you have a walk-in closet, record in your closet. You're ready to go. That's all you need nowadays. As long as you don't get echo and the room is flat, you're okay, and the quality of the mic. And we recommend Blue Yeti. Blue is the brand name, Yeti is the model. It's a second generation USB mic, and it's very clean. And to get you started with voice work, you'll actually get jobs, and then you can upgrade. With Eliza, after she got her voice jobs through audiobooks, she bought a microphone upgrade. And
I started with the first generation Snowball mic.
Oh man, that first generation Snowball, it was like $99, but man, it was almost all noise. I mean, it was terrible. Mm-hmm. And this Blue Yeti, the second generation, is so much cleaner that you can do professional jobs on it now.
Wow, that's really good information. And all of that information, is it available on your website, or people would need to call?
You can contact my studio advisor, Brett Beauchamp Russell, and he can advise you on what equipment to get. He can even install it for you. I mean, that's what we offer. He can even teach you how to use Audacity.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, we do have one more question for you. I know that there's like a ton out there that either folks that are watching have or even here, but we've got one more. And your name is?
Angie Freeland, and I have a twofold question. What is a voiceover demo? And once you get started, what do you do with that demo?
Okay, a demo is your calling card. It's your business card. It's like your portfolio. If you're a model or a photographer, you want to show samples of your work. Well, here, you want to show samples of what you can do. And it's like, who came first, the chicken or the egg? No, these aren't actual spots that you've done, because this is a demo to show what you can do so you can get spots. And our strategy is we use the money voice or your signature voice first, and that's your most marketable delivery. And then my strategy is to lead the producer from one spot to another. In Eliza's case, her last spot, Inspira Publishing listened to her entire demo and booked her because they listened to the whole spot. The whole demo. So that was a successful demo. Then what you do locally, you go to the websites of ad agencies, recording studios, and TV video houses. Find out who does commercials, radio and TV commercials and videos, and you hand deliver locally your CD with a custom label. You don't want to write your name on a Sharpie on a blank CD, that'll just go in the can. But with your brand on it, and learn how to market. And we have marketing classes, social media, workshops, everything to help you.
You know, Ray, you've already provided us so much fantastic information, but we always like to ask our guests, you know, if there's one thing that you would like our audience to walk away from this interview, what would that one thing you'd want them to know?
Well, I take it from my teacher mentor who taught me the methodology, Don Morrow. He was the voice of Titanic, and he mentored Don LaFontaine. 3 words: perseverance, perseverance, perseverance. You can't give up. If you're going to do this for 3 months on a lark, don't even get started. You need to make a commitment. And if you stick with it and never, ever, ever give up, your chances of success increase immensely.
Wow. You know, I'll bet there are a lot of folks who would like to know how to get a hold of you in order to just access that wealth of knowledge that you bring to the table. What's the best way to reach you? NakamotoProductions.com. You can see my talent bank, the courses we have, a success strategy, testimonials if you don't trust me. Everything's there. All righty. Thank you so much, everyone. Mr. Ray Nakamoto.
We're going to be right back. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it.
To keep up to date on Sacramento area film industry news or to view previous episodes of Sacramento Film Works, simply go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/NCFC-TV, or you can connect with our YouTube channel by going to our website at ncfc.tv. Welcome back. Well, that's it for this episode. Sacramento Film Works is a project of the Northern California Filmmakers Coalition in partnership with Access Sacramento. We'd like to thank our special guest, Mr. Ray Nakamoto, as well as his protege, Aliza Alashant. We'd also like to make sure to thank our spotlight guest, Mr. Stephen Richards. My name is Craig DeLuz.
And I'm Amy Henry. Thank you so much for joining us. This was a show that was really unique because we got to learn about a very unique aspect of filmmaking, the voiceover. So we are excited to bring this to you. We are Sacramento Film Works, where we show you how film works.